What do you pack for a sketching trip? You want compact and lightweight, but you also want everything. I get it. As I prep for my workshop trips, I'm also packing my sketch bag, so today I'll show you how to bring everything that you need without overpacking. Plus, I have some bonus tips at the end. And of course, if you'd like to join me on one of my art trips, then check the link in the description of this video for my workshop schedule. First of all, the most important thing, your sketchbook. I like size A5 for traveling because it's large enough for elaborate drawings and it has space to be bold and courageous, but I don't need a big bag for it, and it's not too heavy to carry around. When out and about, you are carrying it around all day for perhaps just 1 or 2 sketch opportunities during that day when you're on a trip. I prefer hardbound sketchbooks. When traveling, you'll often use your sketchbook on your lap, and softbound sketchbooks might be tricky for that. I like bringing a tiny sketchbook in addition, in case I am going out and only have a small purse, or when I go on a hike on which I don't want the weight of sketch gear, but I do want something for sketch emergencies. I don't even need to bring my pencil case with this one because a small double-sided pencil is held by the elastic band. Unfortunately, I don't know the brand of this sketchbook. I bought it many years ago in a shop that doesn't exist anymore. I will bring pens with water-resistant ink so I can paint on top with watercolors. I'm bringing my Sailor Fude nib pen, which has a calligraphy nib, and also my Pentel pocket brush pen, and both pens give me a lot of versatility. I also bring cartridges for the brush pen and my bottle of ink so I can refill the pen converters. These are refillable ink cartridges that you can buy separately for your fountain pens. This is platinum carbon black ink, which is waterproof ink especially made to use in fountain pens. I roll the bottle in tissue paper and then put it in a ziplock and then in another ziplock. I never had the bottle leaking or breaking or anything like that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I always fill up my converters completely before flying so that when the air pressure changes, there is no air pushed out, and with that any ink. Still, I do ziplock my fountain pens for flying, and I don't use them on the plane, especially not at landing and takeoff when the air pressure changes. I also bring a pen with water-soluble ink, and I add some extra cartridges. This pen, along with a water brush, is a whole drawing and painting set in one. Same goes for a water-soluble pencil. I like to use black, so that's what goes in the sketch kit. And a pencil sharpener with a container so you don't make a mess with the shavings. Then a watercolor set. I like a set where I have a bit of mixing area, so this is a good size for me. And my watercolors are all from tubes from the brand Daniel Smith. I use a water brush with a broad tip with this. It's a plastic paintbrush that holds water in its barrel. I prefer this over bringing a brush and water and a container for the water. It's just too much of a hassle for me. You squeeze the barrel to feed water to the brush, and I always bring 2 of these because I run through the water quite quickly, especially when cleaning the brush. I always pack a few of sheets of paper towel or a pack of tissues or both for wiping my brush. Clips to hold down my paper when it's windy, a glue stick to glue in tickets, receipts or other stuff, collage material, and scissors in case I find interesting collage material and want to cut it. These I carry not in my carry-on on the plane. I like using colored pencils and crayons for adding texture to my drawing. To keep it all as compact as possible, I use this pencil roll. I bring the colors that I use most and leave any just-in-case colors at home. I bring a black and white non-soluble crayon and a bunch of water-soluble crayons and pencils that I can use with or without water so that this pencil roll has a versatile mix of colors and choices. Here I also have a pencil sharpener for both the pencils and the crayons. I do bring a smaller pencil case too, so I can make a small kit when I want to bring a minimum of supplies. For drawing on location, I prefer a sitting mat over a small folding stool. That's because I want my pack to be lightweight, and I am totally fine sitting on the ground with this mat or on a ledge somewhere. If I want comfort, I find a bench or I go find a terrace. Leave the just in case stuff at home. You won't use it. Travel calls for simplicity. Stick to materials that you know and love so you can focus on soaking up the new sights, culture, and the inspiration around you. If you realize you forgot something, that's actually a perfect excuse to find a local art supply shop. One more tip. Before your trip, pack everything into the bag that you'll actually carry, including your water bottle, your wallet, and anything else you'd be taking as well. The weight may help you to even narrow down more your choice of supplies. And once you have that travel kit ready, keep it that way. It's perfect for a spontaneous sketch session in your own town. Have it ready to grab and go for an afternoon art date. If this was helpful, then hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week on Draw Tip Tuesday. Bye!